Tonight, these four people need to compete for the prizes of a lifetime on The Price is Right, presented by RCA, world leader in electronics, and RCA Victor, who tonight bring you exciting news about lean, clean, mirror-sharp TV. And now your host on The Price is Right, Bill Cullen.
Thank you all very much. Hello, and welcome to the nighttime version of The Price is Right. All of you good people at home are going to have your chance to bid for our fabulous home showcase, which you will see a little later on in the show. However, right now, what do you say you join me and we say hello to four nice people? First of all, our defending champion, back for her second week. It is Mrs. Pauline Rice, a housewife from Belton, South Carolina. Thus far, she has won $6,150 worth of merchandise. All last week, huh? Say, Mrs. Rice, did any of your four daughters see you last week?
Yes, they did. They were all there watching, but the reception wasn't too good.
Oh.
So we brought three along to keep their fingers crossed for me tonight.
You brought three of your daughters along just to see the show?
Yes, we did.
Well, they're welcome indeed. Let's say hello to our next gentleman, who is Mr. Antonio Legato, a sheet metal worker from Stamford, Connecticut. Where do you work, Antonio?
I work as a sheet metal worker. We have various trades of work, general sheet metal and air condition.
Do you have any children?
Yes, Bill, I have 4 children, 3 grandchildren.
3 grandchildren?
That's right,
You
Bill.
surprise me, that's all I have to say. Hey, here's a nice lady down here, Mrs. Elsie Lutz, a housewife from Dover, Delaware. Any children for you, Elsie?
No, I haven't, but I'm expecting one next month.
You're expecting one when?
Next month.
Next month. What does Mr. Lutz do, incidentally?
He's with the Marine Corps in Okinawa.
I see. Well, let's say, this is a pleasant thing. We have Mr. Leonard Epifano, a physician from Brooklyn, New York. And you say, the Brooklyn is what does it.
That's it.
You say you're expecting next month. Is that right, Mr. Lutz?
That's right.
Well, just in case, we got Dr. Epifano right on hand here. Do you have your own practice, by the way, doctor?
No, I don't, Bill. I'm in training at the Long Island College Hospital in Brooklyn.
I see. And where are you going to set up practice when you
Well,
finish?
after I complete my training, which will be this coming July, I plan to say so long to the baby and the wife and go into the Navy.
Well, a very admirable idea, sir, and our very best to you. All right, now, thank you all. Thank you all for being with us. Oh, incidentally, just to start you off right, directly in front of each of you is a handsome RCA Victor all-transistor portable radio in the famous non-breakable impact case. You can just take it there and put it down, and kindly do not listen to another network while we're on the air. All right, if you're all ready to play Price is Right, so are we. So what you do now is just watch the merchandise as we put it up for bids. Go to work and bid on it. Bid as high as you like, and stop whenever you like. The person who bids the highest without going over the actual retail price is a winner. Understood? All right, now I'll tell you where I want you to look for this one. Oh, incidentally, the one who is the top winner at the end of the program tonight comes back next week and keeps coming back, same as our champion here. Now just turn around and look directly behind you, and here's our first item to go up, or is it come down for bid?
Oriental Rug. Yes, the splendor of the Far East translated into a fabulous all-wool Oriental rug imported from Japan. It measures 12 by 15, has a deep, soft pile, is completely handmade, with each floral design hand-cut and hand-embossed. It will add beauty and elegance to your home if the price is right. Price Authority, Albert Alfandari Importers.
And that is lovely. That has a deeper pile than Gary Moore's crew cut, incidentally. Mrs. Rice, we're going to start with you. If you would be kind enough to open the bidding to all of you, good luck. You take it away, Mrs. Rice.
I'll bid $500.
Opening bid of $500. All right, Mr. Legato.
Bill, I bid $750.
$750 to you, Mrs. Lutz.
I'll bid $800.
$800 to you, Dr. Epifano.
I'll bid $1,200, Bill.
$1,200 is the price now. We come back to our champion and opening bidder, Mrs. Rice.
I'll bid $1,300.
$1,300 is Mrs. Wright's bid at the moment. How about you, Mr. Legato, sir?
I'll bid exactly $1,400.
Exactly $1,400 it is. Mrs. Lutz.
I'll bid $1,550.
$1,550, and to Dr. Epifano.
$1,600.
$1,600, says the doctor, and we are back now to our opening bidder, Mrs. Rice.
I'll bid $1,650.
$1,650, says Mrs. Rice. You may. Mr. Legato, you're at 14.
Quite hard to say.
It's a tough problem. Make up
It's
your own
quite
mind,
a
sir.
problem.
Take another feel there. That's all right.
I'll say 18. Then.
All right, Mr. Legato. Mrs. Lutz, the buzzer means that from here on in, we all get one more bid. You all get one more bid. I don't. You're at $15.50. Top is 18, and this is your last bid, Mrs. Lutz.
I'll say 1850.
$18.50. Dr. Epifano, you're at 16. Top is $18.50, and this is your last bid, sir.
$2,000.
$2,000 even. Mrs. Rice, you're $16.50. Top price is $2,000 even, and this is your last bid.
I'll freeze.
Okay. Mr. Legato, you're at $1,800. Top price is $2,000, and this, sir, is your last bid.
I'll freeze.
And it's all over. All right. Now, here are the bids from left to right. Mrs. Rice started it. She has $16.50 up. Next is $1,800, then $1,850, and finally $2,000. And in here, the answer. Everybody may cross their fingers or do whatever else they might want to do at this point. Somebody here, I'll give you one tip, has hit it right smack dab on the nose. The actual retail value is $1,650. Mrs. Rice, it is yours. Congratulations. There you are. Take a look at the card and show it to everybody. You get a bonus. Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Rice, you get a bonus.
This couldn't be happening to me.
It certainly is, Mrs. Rice. It has happened to you, and in over many of these cities, it will happen again on a delayed broadcast. Mrs. Rice, the moment you roll out that beautiful Oriental rug in your home, 4 very strong men will enter and place upon it this. There it is. An elegant dining room made of rich mahogany with gleaming brass inlay by white furniture. It consists of 11 handsome pieces in a striking traditional design. Congratulations to you. And there's your bonus card. Isn't that sensational? You are home free. Well, there you are. Your dining room and your Oriental rug. Incidentally, your beautiful dining room will be transported to your home by Allied Van Lines, the world's #1 specialist in moving and packing. Well, now, everybody ready? We got one down and several to go. Watch your turntable on this one, and let's see the next one to go up for bids on The Price is Right.
Come and get it, barbecue style. You are bidding for this huge Weber barbecue kettle that holds up to 50 pounds of meat. It measures 36.5 inches in diameter, is made of black porcelain enamel, and it's equipped with every barbecue necessity, including formica top table, carving board, asbestos mitts, and come and get it gone. Price authority, Weber barbecue kettles.
And lovely it is. Thank you, kids, ever so much. Isn't this sensational? Now then, okay, put the top back on. We are going to make this a one-bid item. Everybody gets one bid and one bid only. There are the gloves. Say, Dr. Epifano, does this remind you of anything? Welcome to the return of Medic. All right, now. I'm going to slide. Hey, this is really all right. We're going to start the bidding. One bid only. We will begin with you, Mr. Legato. So let's see how well you do. Hey, this looks good.
I bid 175.
One bid only. Excellent. Mrs. Lutz, how about you, ma'am?
I'll bid 475.
475 from Mrs. Lutz. Now, Dr. Epifano, if you will go on, sir.
I'll bid 275.
One bid only, 275 it is. One bid from you, Mrs. Rice, and this one does it.
Well, I'll say 100.
100 even? All right. Now, the bids are in. It was a one-bid item, and we have bids of $100, $175, $475, and $275. And I got my envelope. I'm going to get rid of this in here. Probably somebody's steak. All right, now. 1 second, please. This is excellent. I'm going to eat this right after the show. Actual retail value is $279.68, and it goes to the doctor. Congratulations, doctor. Hey, what a job you did. Would you pass that over to the doctor, please? Doctor, a bonus for you, too. You know, we had, sir, planned to get you, for your first barbecue with this sensational outfit, a huge 50-pound roast of beef, but we could not find one in any butcher shop in New York. So instead, here comes your bonus. Well, there it is. That is a genuine Great Dane. That is a Black Angus. Hello there, Black Angus, and don't look at me like that. This is a Black Angus from Meadow Lane Farms. He hates the sight of barbecue. And look at him snorting at it there. Don't look at me, buddy. And we know you'll both be very happy together. He is all yours, Doctor. Congratulations. Pass that over to the doctor. Oh, man. Bye. I am just a little bit frightened of things like that. I would like to remind all of you, your bids are instantaneously recorded on our tote machines made by the American Totalizator Company, a subsidiary of Universal Products Incorporated. And now that you know all that, I just want to say, let's see what we got next. I'll tell you what we have. We have something real sensational for all you good people at home. It's your turn to do some bidding. Now, you saw our showcase last week. Here it is again. We will be showing it next week for the very last time. So take a good look at the fabulous items that make up the showcase, because everything you're about to see can be yours if you make the right bid. Y'all ready? Okay, then. This is what you're bidding for.
A Sportsman's Showcase. You'll ride the open road in this exciting sports car, a Jaguar, a sleek black hardtop coupe, model XK150, with a stunning combination of red and black leather upholstery, red wool carpeted floor. It's equipped with these extras: automatic transmission, chrome wire wheels, and white wall tires. A true sportsman you'll be, hunting with this streamlined shotgun, the new Sportsman 58 by Remington Arms Company, a fast-pointing, lightweight, light recoil auto loader in the deluxe grade 12-gauge model with ventilated rib barrel. And you'll take along the hunter's best friend, a beautiful 4-year-old pedigreed golden retriever female sired by a champion and trained as a field dog, a sportsman on land and a sportsman at sea. You'll skim across the waters in this thrilling deluxe Speed Ship 19 inboard runabout by Owens Yacht Company, Baltimore, Maryland. A luxurious sports cruiser with high-style molded fiberglass hardtop and 200-horsepower flagship Marine V8 engine that is trailered between waters by this heavy-duty trailer by Mastercraft Trailers, Middletown, Connecticut, designed with adjustable running gear and heavy-gauge fenders. This may be you, wearing a handsome full-fashion long-sleeved shirt by Puritan Sportswear, the Brookside Breeze model in the new Banlon yarn. You'll scan the horizon with these powerful binoculars designed for long-distance viewing with 60-millimeter objective lenses, complete with a genuine leather carrying case. And there's more for the rugged winter sportsman, mountain climbing and skiing in Switzerland. A fabulous round trip for two, first class, aboard a luxurious new Douglas DC-7C of Sabina Belgian World Airlines, enjoying personalized service and international cuisine. Overnight from New York to Brussels, site of the 1958 Brussels World's Fair, and then on to Zurich, Switzerland to enjoy your exciting sportsman holiday abroad. This entire Sportsman Showcase is yours, if the price is right.
All right, now, those are the 7 items in the Sportsman Showcase. You add them up and send us your total estimate to the penny for the entire showcase. All right, thank you all for waiting and being patient. And now, just to show you where you're going to be rewarded, keep your eye on the turntable. Let's take a look at our next item to go up for bids.
This elegant console piano by Sommer is designed in the beauty of the French provincial period, fashioned of fine, hand-rubbed candlelight mahogany with bench to match. It features more than 96% grand piano string distribution and a warm tone with depth and brilliance. It's yours for lovely music in your home if yours is the most accurate bid. Price authority, Sommer and Company.
Lovely. Thank you, Hal. Hal Hester. Thank you ever so much for dropping by. Now then, here it is. We're going to ask you to bid at least $50 over the preceding high price, and we're going to start our bidding with you. My eyes are just a little bad. I thought sure you were in the game. Mrs. Lutz, we're going to start our bidding with you. $50 over the next high price. You go right ahead.
I'll start the bidding with $400.
$400, thank you. Dr. Epifano.
$600, Bill.
$600, says the good doctor. Mrs. Rice.
$700.
$700, says Mrs. Rice. All right, how about you, Mr. Legato, sir?
I'll say $950, then.
$950. We're back to you, Mrs. Lutz.
I'll say $1,000.
$1,000. All right, to you, doctor.
$1,100.
$1,100, Mrs. Rice.
$1,200.
$1,200, Mr. Legato.
Can you play a tune on it, Bill, a little?
There you are. 1,200 top, you're 950.
What was that last bid?
1,200, you're 950.
950.
Yep.
I'll say 1325.
1325. All right, Mrs. Lutz, you're 1,000. Top is 1325.
I'll freeze.
You freeze. All right. Dr. Epifano, you're 1,100. Top is 1325.
1375.
1375. He says, putting it up just $50. Buzzer means the remaining three get one last bid. Mrs. Rice, this is your last bid. You're at 12. Top is 1375.
I'll freeze.
You may. Mr. Legato, you're at 1325. Top is 1375. Your last bid.
I'll freeze, Bill.
You freeze, and that makes it all over because Dr. Epifano is high, Mrs. Lutz is frozen. So the bids are $1,200, $1325, $1,000, and $1375. And in here, the all-important. You ready? Yep, we got a winner. Actual retail value is $1,280. The winner, our champion, Mrs. Rice. Congratulations, and there you are. Well, that's good. That goes well with the... Well, one at a time. Hey, that is sensational. Well, now we have something that is meant to be seen. If you're all ready, we are too. We don't like to have a great big item on the show. So right now, get ready. We got just a little bauble for you, sort of a trinket. Don?
The glittering beauty of real diamonds. This fabulous diamond bracelet is an exciting design by Rudolf Deutsch, sparkling with the brilliance of 20 full-cut round diamonds, 20 marquee diamonds, 5 large round center diamonds, and 100 baguette diamonds. A total of 145 diamonds equaling 17.36 carats in all. The gleaming elegance of this diamond bracelet is yours forever if the price is right. Price Authority, Rudolf Deutsch Company, Cleveland, Ohio.
And lovely it is. And Beverly, let Dr. Epifano see it because I'm going to start the bidding with him. Take a good look, everybody. We're going to ask you to bid at least $100 over the preceding high price. Dr. Epifano, we begin with you, sir.
$4,000, Bill.
The doctor starts at $4,000. All right, we come to you now, Champion Rice.
4,100.
4,001. We go now to Mr. Legato.
I bid $5,000.
$5,000. Mrs. Lutz, you'll have a beautiful present to give that little baby you're expecting in a month with this. What do you make it?
I'll say 5,200.
5,200. And now to you, doctor.
5,500, Bill.
5,500. I remind you, 17.36 total carats. Mrs. Rice, how about you? I'm not trying to drive you up. I just reminded you of that.
6,000.
6,000. Mr. Legato, sheet metal worker. You'll be able to take a week off if you win it.
I guess I would, Bill. I'd be glad to win it, too.
Top is 6, and you're at 5, Mr. Legato.
I'll say 7,500.
7,500. Mrs. Lutz, you're at 5,200.
I'll say 7,800.
7,800. Dr. Epifano, you're at 5,500.
8,000, Bill.
8,000 even. Mrs. Rice, you're at 6,000. Top is 8.
8,500.
8,500. Mr. Legato, you're at 7,500. Top is 8,500. And here we go. Your choice. This is not the last bid, incidentally.
9,200.
$9,200. All right. Mrs. Lutz, you are $7,800. Top is $9,200. All the people in Delaware are watching you. Well, most of them, I hope.
I'll say $9,400.
$9,400. Dr. Epifano, you are at $8,000. Top price is $9,400.
I'll say 9,500, Bill.
9,500, says the doctor. Mrs. Rice, you are 8,500. Top is 9,500.
I'll say 9,600.
9,600. Mr. Legato, you're at 9,002. Top is 9,600.
I don't know,
Make up your
Bill.
own mind, sir.
Oh, well, it's a wonderful item, I'll tell you that.
Sure is.
My wife would sure be tickling bit to have that.
And she'll sure kill you if you lose it, too. But go ahead.
Oh, I'll take that chance anyway. I'll say $10,25.
$10,025. Is that right? 1025 or 10025. The buzzer sounds. Now, from here on in, we are at final bids. The top bid is $10,025. Mrs. Lute, you're at $9,400. This is your last bid. 5 seconds, Mrs. Lutz.
I'll freeze.
All right. Dr. Epifano, your 95 top is $10,025. This is your last bid. 5 seconds.
My bid is 95.
95.
I'll freeze.
Freeze. Mrs. Rice, your 96 top is $10,025. This is your last bid.
I'll freeze.
And it's all over because Mr. Legato was high. Here are the bids now. $9,600, $10,025, $9,400, and $9,500. There it is right in front of you. 36 carats in all. You can all take a look at it while I look in here. Yeah, we got a winner, all right. One of you 4 charming people happens to be the possessor of this beautiful diamond bracelet. The price is $9,620. The winner, Mrs. Rice. Congratulations. There you are right there. It is yours. Isn't that beautiful? Go with your meat coat and your tie on and everything like that. Oh, boy, we'll have the final scores and the name of tonight's big winner. Remember, the big winner tonight returns next week to take on 3 new challengers. So, Don Pardo, how about the scores?
All ready for you, Bill. Mrs. Rice has won the rug and the dining room, the piano, and the diamond bracelet for a total of $13,888. Mr. Legato, we're sorry you didn't win anything, but we have for you this new Flightline portable TV set by RCA Victor with lean styling and mirror-sharp picture. And Mrs. Lutz, we also have a portable TV set by RCA Victor for you, too. And Mr. Epifano has won the barbecue and the steer for a total of $729. Bill, back to you, and you crown the champion.
Well, Don, there's no trouble to it at all. She doesn't need a crown. She got a snazzy bracelet. That means that Mrs. Rice, for 2 weeks, you're the big winner. You are still our champion. You have a grand total thus far of $20,038 on The Price is Right. Congratulations to you, brand new champ. Sensational. Well. You got, among other things, a diamond bracelet, the piano, and a mink coat, just to mention 3. Is that right?
That's right.
To you, Mr. Legato, sir, I'm sorry you didn't win anything tonight, but as you know, you got something pretty sensational. You too, Mrs. Lutz, and give our regards to that Marine of yours when you see him. Dr. Epifano, many, many happy years of practice after your years of service, and I hope you enjoy everything you won, okay? Right, sensational and good to have all of you with us. Say, before we go, we have, if we may, just for a moment, a serious reminder. President Eisenhower has said, the United Nations is absolutely our best hope for peace. So why don't you write in for a booklet, The UN in Action. Write to the U.S. Committee for the UN, Box 1957, Washington 13, D.C. Write in right now. Well, now, Doctor and Miss Lutz and Mr. Legato, thank you. Mrs. Rice, we'll be expecting you back again next week. Will you come back?
Yes, I'll be here.
The
I'll be glad to.
The pleasure will be ours. For another look at the items in the showcase, join us again next week when The Price is Right will be brought to you by Spidell. Till then, it's Bill Cullen saying thanks for watching us, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. So long.
The Price is Right has been brought to you by RCA, world leader in electronics, and RCA Victor, first in home entertainment. Transportation for tonight's guest was arranged by American Airlines. American, choice of experienced travelers everywhere, and famous for the Mercury, luxury leader in the world of flight. Models Gowns by Edward Abbott. This is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production in association with the National Broadcasting Company. This is Don Pardo speaking. Thank you.